Hi, this is Mike Naughton from North Coast Legal, and I want to talk about something a little bit different today. I want to talk about security. A big part of my practice and my consulting is security for legal practices, law firms, businesses, and other entities. Security is something we all have to be aware of. And I think lawyers are particularly susceptible to attacks. There was a case not too long ago where there were individuals that didn't hack the companies that held intellectual property, but rather tried to hack into the law firms that were storing that data. And there was a subsequent FBI investigation and charges were brought on that. So lawyers really are the gatekeeper for a lot of very, very confidential information. Today, I want to point out 7 things to look out for a legal practice. They're pretty general, but they all go really to 3 key concepts. The first concept is confidentiality. The second concept is integrity. And the third concept is availability. This is known as the CIA triad. So the first one, understand the nature of the threat. Most threats really can be internal, but they can also be from external sources. So the first thing you should do is try to figure out the nature of that threat. Second, determine and understand how client confidential information is transmitted and where it is stored. This may include physical storage of client confidential material on cellular phones, on laptop computers, on desktops, or even in the cloud. So understand and know where that information is stored. 3, understand and use reasonable electronic security measures. This is kind of a broad concept, but encryption, for example. Encrypted email may be a reasonable electronic security measure when you want to safeguard and protect communications between yourself as an attorney and your client or clients. I'm a big proponent of encrypted email. 4, determine how electronic communications about client matters should be protected. Again, I go to encryption. Do you have a system in place where electronic data, or really physical data, that's client communications or client protected material is securely encrypted on cell phones, laptops, tablets, and other devices? You want to be sure it's encrypted. 5, label client confidential information. You're going to want to make sure that all those communications that are confidential have a label within your office that marks it as such and protects it so that lawyers and non-lawyers in your office know that that client confidential material is just that, confidential material. 6, train lawyers and non-lawyer assistants in technology and information security. If you're an IT professional or you have an IT professional on site, you're going to want to have that individual or even a third party come in, hold training sessions, and talk to people on your team, lawyers, non-lawyers, about email security, phishing scams, encryption, where data should and should not be stored that's client confidential. You're going to want to have training that really talks about your firm's mission and focus on protecting client data. 7, conduct due diligence on vendors providing communication technology. There's a lot of areas where this could pop up, but one that's really obvious is cloud computing. Is your cloud computing service encrypted in transit? Is it encrypted at rest? Which is to say, when you're sending data to the cloud that you're storing information on, is it encrypted on that device where you're sending it from? And then is it encrypted as it goes through the internet and resides on the server? These are things you're going to want to know and questions you're going to want to ask vendors. So these are 7 tips, pretty broad, but they cover, like I said, confidentiality of the material, the integrity of the material, and importantly, the availability of the material so that you can access it and use it to represent your clients. If you like this, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching.